Welcome back to Baking It Down, presented by the Waffle House Football League.
Hi, I'm this week's host, Joey, and today we'll be going over Week 6 matchups of Baking It Down, the Waffle House Football League. We'll be going over the good, the bad, the ugly, and the race for last place.
Let's start off with the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good for this week, Denver Chicken Nuggets' first win of the season comes from Terry McLaurin starting. Denver Chicken Nuggets decided to start Terry McLaurin, who scored 20 points this week after a bench from Tyler Lockett, who prevailed Denver Chicken Nuggets to their first victory. Good start, Jackson. It was the kill shot you needed. Now for the bad. The KC Killers decided to start Trey Sermon, hoping for a little push against the Tennessee Titans, but this was just not the case. Trey Sermon put up a measly 2.9 points as Tyler Algier on the bench scored 19. Man, if only you would have started him, maybe it would have been a different outcome. But so far, meaningless. And now, the ugly. Big Brown Dak was this week's opponent for yours truly, the Houston Happy Endings, who started Isaiah Likely. What's not to start about him? But he put up 3 points. With the Notre Dame alumni, Cole Kmet, sitting on the bench, who scored 21 points after a 2-touchdown game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Game over, man. Game over. To start off, we have this week's Game of the Week between Show Me Your TDs and Brock's Bold Team. Show Me Your TDs was led by Garrett Wilson, who had 107 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. But that wasn't enough to stop or match Derrick Henry's 132 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. This leading Brock's Bold Team to a decisive victory, 136-105 over Show Me Your TDs. For our next matchup, we have the first win of the season for an unproven Denver Chicken Nuggets, as they're led by Caleb Williams, who scored 30 points to their first win against Sean's standout team, who's led by Bo Nix and transfer pickup running back Tyrone Tracy Jr., who scored 20 points, but it was not enough to overcome the deficit as Denver Chicken Nuggets beat Sean's standout team 104-100. And for my matchup, my Houston Happy Endings took on Big Brown Dax as we were led to victory by quarterback Lamar Jackson with 300 passing yards, a passing touchdown, and a little 40 yards on the ground, and our unbelievably stupendous tight end George Kittle scoring 20 points, whereas Big Brown Dax Joe Mixon's 26 were not enough to beat the Houston Happy Endings in a 131-117 matchup for the ages. In the battle of the middle-of-the-pack teams, we have the KC Killers and the Las Vegas Rancheros. The Rancheros claimed their third win thanks to Josh Allen, 26 points, leading to a 115-79 defeat over the KC Killers. KC Killers' best player, Bucky Irving, scored 17.5 points, but it wasn't enough to push them over the hump. Man, Las Vegas Rancheros are looking like a team to be and compete for the title race. We have the most lopsided win of this week. The New Orleans Paints took on the Boone Valley Bitches as the Boone Valley Bitches claimed their first victory of the season in a 127-71 matchup against the New Orleans Paints. Boone Valley Bitches were led by Jalen Hurts, who had 2 passing touchdowns and 264 passing yards, as Brock Purdy for the New Orleans Paints could not set them over the hump as he was the only player to meet projections. Boone Valley Bitches with the first win of the season in the race for last place between the Denver Chicken Nuggets. And another lopsided win of the week, Raw Sauce Gillette went up against Travis's team, Go Sharks, as Chris Godwin puts up an even 30 points and a 128-73 win over Raw Sauce Gillette. Gillette, in second place, was the team to beat, but Travis came back as Chris Godwin, Jordan Love, and Bijan Robinson all put up damn near 100 points to outperform Raw Sauce Gillette's team. Sorry, Chamber, it's not your time. Now, for this week's Week 7 matchups, we have the Big Brown Dax taking on the KC Killers, followed by Sean's standout team versus Brock's Bold Team. Then, Travis's cool team takes on the New Orleans Paints, followed by the Denver Chicken Nuggets versus the Raw Sauce Gillettes. Then, the Boone Valley Bitches take on yours truly, the Houston Happy Endings. And finally, for this week's Game of the Week, we have the Las Vegas Rancheros versus Show Me Your TDs. Now finally, this week's standings. A little shakeup in the top 6 teams of the league, with the number 7 team knocking on the door. At number 1, we have Brock's Bold Team, followed by number 2, Show Me Your TDs. At number 3, yours truly, the Houston Happy Endings. At number 4, Travis's Cool Teams. Number 5, Raw Sauce Gillettes. And number 6, the New Orleans Paints. Number 7, knocking on that door of playoff contingency, we have Darius's Las Vegas Rancheros with a third straight win, followed by number 8's KC Killers, number 9's Big Brown Dax, number 10, Sean Standout Team, and for the race for last place, we have number 11, Boone Valley Bitches, and number 12, Denver Chicken Nuggets. That's this week's edition of Baking It Down by the Waffle House Football League. We'll look for some exciting matchups in Week 7 and the push for last place. I'm Joey, I'm today's host, and thank you for watching.